Killer whales are marine mammals. In the Antarctica, at least, there are 4 groups of killer whales unknown and studied by researchers. I start the explanation with the first group, Type A killer whales. The Type A killer whales mainly feed on minke whales, and they especially target on injured ones or younger immature whales, which seems to be a less effort to take down. Killer whales come clearly understand what should be done to make the hunting efficient and easier when they know their marine mammal cousins are in the situation to be attacked. One strategy the killer whales use is keep ramming charging onto the whale, trying to cover up its blowhole, prevent it from breathing in the air. That it's trying to come up in need to take the oxygen in when the predator themselves know which is a vital behavior. They know they have to make. Other tactics is that the killer whales will ram the whales from beneath, trying to avoid it from escaping into a deeper ocean. So the killer whales try to place the prey almost hinged and be stuck in the area just beneath the surface. And continuously ramming and biting sometimes trying to rip off of its fin, and the attack sometimes continue more than hours until the whale gets exhausted enough. And in the end, the whale will just helplessly lost its energy to fight back and loosen its mouth to open and let the killer whales come easier to bite off of the tongue of the whale, which will be the biggest reward the killer whales are waiting for. Then, the next group I will introduce is Type B killer whales. The Type B killer whales can be divided in two groups based on the body size of the whale. The Type B killer whales with a larger size mainly feed on seals. And those seals, they need to escape from the killer whales to survive. They often rest on the floating ice so that killers cannot reach them easily. But the killer whales have found a way to let the seals get off of the ice into the water. The killer whales, when they found the seals on the ice, they began swimming toward the ice, straightly lined up side by side, and the members will cruise and make wave that gets bigger just before they hit the ice. They suddenly come under just beneath the ice, and the lifted tail will become a maker of the wave that will split the ice apart if the ice was too big. To take down. And when the ice is small, the waves will easily slide onto the ice and let the seal be brought with its force to be pushed into the water. And the killer is going to meet the seals underwater and attack will soon occur when the seal often cannot find a way to survive no more. The smaller sized type B killer whales are known to hunt the penguins. So those two that I described as a type B killer whales are known to be called as a packed ice killer whales because of the area they normally settle on, where the temperature of the air gets more chilling than outside. Region of the Antarctica. And type B killer whales appears with a comparatively a large eye patch than any other type of killer whales, and have their white patterns with a yellowish markings, which is defined by the yellow diatoms and Antarctic. And there, the temperature is too cold for them to shed out of the old skin they have. So their brilliant white coloration will often not seen them in this particular group. And they sometimes go and leave the pack ice and head out northward, and where the warm temperature will allow them to shed out. And renew their skins by the scratching against the ocean bottom. The environment of the cold Antarctica is harsh, even for this highly adaptable mammal. But they continuously and keep on live in those environment. In the purpose of relying on the rich resource, those cold sea has that starts from the huge quantity of the phytoplanktons. Type B killer whales are known to feed on much smarter prey than fish. So they are often aware of that they are in need of sneaking behind, and will find a way to get close to the prey while making their vocalizations less and swim quietly. Try not to detect it by their cautious and intelligent prey. And the last one I've introduced is the type C killer whales. These killer whales is also called Ross Sea killer whales because it's found in those areas that has given name of the Ross Sea. And these killer whales are among and living in the deepest region of the Antarctica. And they mainly prey on the Antarctic toothed fish. The fish eating killer whales are highly vocal and obviously having a social relationships with each other in the group. The fish is a kind of a prey that not always detect the killer whales by their calls. So the killer whales can become and allow themselves to be the loud talkers. But when they use a sonar click, which is a specific type of the sound that they use to navigate the object underwater, not using their visual sight, but the hearing. The bounced back reflection of the sound that they have just uttered. By hearing those clicking sound, they can tell what the object look like and what size of it, what shape of it. They can literally see the underwater world with the sound. And for the fish-eating killer whales, they sometimes lower the intensity of their clicking in order to avoid the sound might reach to the fish and be strong enough to make the fish notice the approaching of the predator. So the killer whales can adjust their sounds and their way of life in order to meet the demand of the resource they have to take every single day. So I have introduced a few types of killer whales that living in the Antarctic. one thing they have in common, which can be applied to every community of killer whales around the world, which is that they need a family and they need someone to talk with in order to gain this ability to share and pass through to next generation. Each family of the killer whales have its own distinct calls called a dialect, which helps them to distinguish their family member from the members from another group. And we using their calls, they keep in touch with other members in group. And those frequent exchange of their vocals help them in every time they have to organize themselves in the tight combination. As long as they are doing the behavior that needs a participation of every individual in the group, no matter it's a strategy of a hunting or joining with another group for find a mate, or simply just playing and exchange a joy with each other, making their bond tight and strong. Killer whales need a family. And that's one thing they have in common, even though the each of lifestyles and the choice of meals is pretty much different. Even though the killer whales from different community show more or less has a variety in every behavior aspect you could observe. They have to exchange their calls with each other in order to sustain their special characteristics. That usually called as tradition or the culture. If you would try to apply the same term into the human society, so we should not forget, even though we look very different in every aspect. The whales are living in water. We stand on our 2 feet on the land. It shows a dramatic difference as we have built our society of a development of manufacturing tools and inventing an insane quantity of things by our hands, and the technology is always the main focus in the society we live in. But there's killers in the water. They don't have technology, but what should be the same with us is that they're sharing their essential information, which make them support and assure their survival. And that strong bond and solid communication method, it's enable them to distribute in every part of the ocean corner. And this is just the same as us. That they can sustain and they keep improving their way of life by keeping their tightness and be always welcoming. The sharing of the thoughts with each other. And having a huge and unending love to its mother. Killer whales are just the same as us, as long as they keep talking with each other loudly. In every ocean, we have known. Go, Miss Lee, my love, and Miss Lee, my love, and Miss Lee, my love, and Joel, complete my love, and complete my love, and complete my love, and tonight, here I am, it's mind blowing. Here I am, it's my actual formula. Orca, Orcanus, yeah, Orca. I throw my logic to anybody, killers. I throw my logic to want it. I am the beast, you can talk. I am the beast, an orca walks with a chat. Orcas come with the lightning, bright and meet you now, forget the science. I'm in love with Orca's back. My name is Orca, eat it up. My name is Orca, see my face, you're heaven. Then I raise it, you are my main victor. Clever wines, forever drives, clever wines, may I dance. Rap for the gym, rap for the gym, rap for the gym, trying to scratch an orc. I'm the vocal, rap like killers. Rap like Orcas by me with language, but you should be here to watch me. I love you, naked killers come. The wilderness covers me. No, I draw a picture of Orcas, I draw. Yeah, I draw pictures of orcas. I'm drawing only the orca paint. For yeah, you catch up with orcas with my drawing. Wanna draw the picture? Killer whales, but just draw killers. I just sketch it. The one big, you must want me. You drawing killers, you must want me. You must want me. I'm out of hell to draw orcas, now draw orcas, now draw orcas. Teach me, may I draw you killers? And when this night got a reason to see my drawing of orcas, got a reason. Now I wanna draw you killer whale. Sweet, I've gotta get a real thing. I draw killers now, I draw killers now, I draw again. Having them on the orca time, I draw them on the orca time. How I draw orcas, listen up, here's some stories to tell. Here's some stories to tell, it's bouncing when I go draw orca. You will be blown by my happy style. Let's draw more orcas, killer whales, a little love. Little love. Little love. Gives me little love, so I draw orca. See my dream, see my picture, see my drawing of orca. The eyes, but just begging me to draw. Not the orca, not a picture, not the orca's picture. Love, goddamn lovely killer whales. My place is here when it's orca to draw.